Thank you so much for joining us here at the First Alert Desk on Atlanta News First Plus. As you can see, moments from now, we'll be taking you out live to a news conference featuring Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, along with city leaders, community members, to talk about something exciting and really close to this administration's heart. Mayor Andre Dickens has said before, addressing the city's housing issues and homelessness population has been top of his mind throughout his time as mayor, and this is really a testament to that. Moments from now, we'll be taking you out live to the unveiling for the Melody. This is a first shipping container home village aimed at housing and offering secure temporary shelter for Atlanta's homeless. This is also going to act as a secure haven for individuals that are working towards securing more permanent housing. As the mayor previously stated throughout this week, he's actually been talking heavily about this issue. He said these homes will not only provide that safe and secure shelter, but it will also give caseworkers and specialists a chance to meet with these affected individuals and get them going on a path forward to more permanent housing. So long-term goals, short-term goals wrapped up in all of this. I do want to talk a little bit about the Melody as we wait for this news conference to kick off here, and you'll see Mayor Andre Dickens here in a moment, hopefully. The Melody is the name of this housing village, as they have mentioned before. On Wednesday, in fact, Mayor Andre Dickens held a similar news conference where he spoke on what this village will do. Sitting at the site of what used to be a parking lot for city employees in downtown Atlanta, will now offer temporary shelter for up to 40 tenants of Atlanta's unhoused population. And as I mentioned before, not only will they have this shelter, they will also have access to service providers who can meet with them for any wraparound services that they might need as they get back on their feet, and again, establishing a path forward to affordable quality housing. Now, the units feature a bed, a bathroom, and a kitchenette. They are entirely made up of donated shipping container homes that have been transformed to offer these units for up to 40 individuals. Now, the individuals will not be moved in until the end of the month. That's according to the city. However, the unveiling and the ribbon cutting that we are going to see today is really a first step towards that housing for up to 40 of those tenants. And the mayor did say that this is only step one for him in utilizing these types of homes to address Atlanta's housing crisis and meet with individuals affected by homelessness. He said he hopes and plans to have at least 20,000 more rapid transitional housing units by the end of 2030. And I do believe we just saw Atlanta Police Chief Darion. If you were with us moments ago, we took you out to a news conference with the police chief to talk about fires that had broken out at a construction site near the Atlanta Public Training Center. So now we will hopefully take you out to remarks from the police chief on this unhousing units project known as the Melody Village. This village cost roughly $5 million and was paid for in part by the city's Housing Trust Fund and allocations from Invest Atlanta. Mayor Dickens again saying that he hopes to see more of these villages pop up, especially in areas where the city is seeing a growing amount of unhoused individuals in his overall plan to address homelessness here in the city of Atlanta. This news conference was called for at 11 o'clock. We do believe it will get underway here any moment now. So in the meantime, we will take you out to this live picture as we wait to hear remarks from Mayor Andre Dickens, as well as city leaders who, as we can see, are starting to gather. And as we wait for this news conference to kick off, I did just want to take you out to our website, atlantanewsfirst.com, where you can see some additional details and information about this. In addition, we did actually show you a photo of one of these shipping container homes and the interior of what it looks like. Like I mentioned earlier, this will feature a bed, a bathroom, a kitchenette, really the basic necessities of what any individual person might need when they are accessing temporary, secure, and safe shelter. So this is the inside of one of the units that was shared with us by the city. As you can see, not a ton of space, but just to address the basic necessities, that kitchenette, bed, and bathroom for up to 40 individuals for this particular village. And taking you back out live here, you can see some of those shipping container homes in the background as we wait for remarks from the mayor to begin. We did see just a little moment ago Police Chief Darren Sherbaum also present, so we hope to hear from different city leaders. The city did say that community members and partners on this project would be speaking as well. So a lot of excitement building around this as we take you out to the unveiling of the Melody Village and what will be up to 40 shipping container homes to house Atlanta's homeless population. Again, this was a roughly $5 million project, and one that the mayor said he was quite passionate about and wants to see a continuation of, to the point where he stated his goal was to see at least 20,000 more of these rapid housing units built by 2030 in the city of Atlanta, particularly in places where the city sees a growth and an accumulation of homeless individuals. Right now, this shipping container village is housed in what was once a parking lot for city employees in downtown Atlanta, and it really has transformed to what we're looking at today. This, right now, the Melody, this village that will house up to 40 individuals, all the while connecting them with caseworkers and specialists that can help them get onto a path forward. That is what the city has said that their mission is with this, and what they hope the outcome will be is transforming these individuals from a life on the street to a life to secure permanent shelter.
Two, 1 2 1 2 2 check. Okay, media line check last minute. 2 2 2. Yep. 2.
For those of you that might just be joining us, whether you are watching across our various streaming platforms, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube Live, or maybe you're downloading the Atlanta News First app and watching us on there. That is a free app, by the way, and a fantastic tool to stay up to date on what's happening here in our metro Atlanta community. We are just moments away now, as you can see, Mayor Andre Dickens, to the unveiling and ribbon cutting for a rapid transitional housing unit made completely of donated shipping containers that will house up to 40 residents who were previously unhoused or homeless. Now, as you see here, as city leaders gather, we saw Mayor Andre Dickens just a moment ago, Police Chief Darion. We are expecting to hear remarks from city leaders, community partners on the project to talk about this village, which the mayor has previously said is just a first step for him in addressing Atlanta's housing crisis. This is the Melody Village. It will house up to 40 tenants of Atlanta's unhoused population, offering them a bed, a kitchenette, and a bathroom, as well as connecting them with caseworkers and specialists who will help them work on a path forward and access necessary tools they need to be able to work towards affordable housing that is more permanent and secure for them. As you can see here, Mayor Andre Dickens making his way, about to deliver remarks. This news conference was called for 11 a.m. Shaking a couple hands, saying hello to everybody. We do expect those remarks to kick off any moment now. Just to give you some background and context, before we jump into this was a $5 million project and one that was near and dear to Mayor Dickens' administration. He said that this addressing Atlanta's housing crisis was top of mind, and just on Wednesday, he spoke about the Melody, talking about what this could mean for the future of addressing homelessness in the city. Now, I do believe we are about to hear some of these remarks. Let's take you out live.
All right, good morning, everyone. We got a lot of us here today, so excited about to have all of you here, and the rain held off. Hopefully it will continue to hold off for us. I'm Josh Humphreys. I got a chance to work for Mayor Dickens leading affordable housing efforts, and I'm excited to welcome you here today to this project. There's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go in over the last few months to make this a reality, and we got a lineup of folks today to tell you a little bit more about that and what to expect with more to come. What I really appreciate about everyone that's been a part of this is just the sense of urgency and coming together to make that happen and to meet the urgent need the residents have. And so, for me, I'll just briefly say it's a bit of a full circle moment. My grandparents are here today, and I spent most of my childhood, for the 30-plus years, they were downtown week in, week out, serving as volunteers at the Atlanta mission, working with residents that needed it most. And I wouldn't be doing this work today if it weren't for them. So to be able to have them here today is great for me. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So with that, after I took a little personal privilege, I want to bring up a person who I'm proud to work for, and none of this would have been possible without his leadership. 61st Mayor of Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens.
Wow. First of all, Grandma and Grandpa, you did good. Josh is a great human being, a great person to work with, and a leader like none other. So I'm thankful for what you instilled in him to help us to be able to do these things that we're doing all across Atlanta. Thank you, Josh, for that introduction. And good morning, everybody. Good morning. Man, we got to give a shout out to the Atlanta Weather Department. The Atlanta Weather Department did its thing over the last few days, and I was looking at I was like, man, do not rain on our parade. And today the Weather Department said, all right, we're going to get you through this. All right, so here we are. It's my sincere pleasure to welcome you to the Melody community, everybody. Welcome to the Melody. It's a lot of people to thank, and so I'm going to spend some time acknowledging folks. So bear with me, but it's important to know, as I always see this city, I see it as a group project. So I have to acknowledge all the people that contributed to this group project. The incredible partners that we have in this space is the Partners for Home, the development team at Atlantica Partners, and the builders, and for pulling off this project on an unprecedented timeline. They pulled this together in so short time. Thank you, Darion Dunn, my friend, my college, well, I'm a little older than him. He went to Georgia Tech a little years after me, but my college classmate. Our state partners at GEMA, these are GEMA trailers, and we'll talk about that, for seeing our vision for this project and donating 12 of the retrofitted containers that you see transformed into high-quality rapid housing here today. And we have Kevin Tanner here of DDHD, which is the Department of Health and Development, Behavioral Health. Representative Mary Margaret Oliver, and others may be out here from the state that I haven't seen yet, but thank you all, state partners. Aaron's, that provided a lot of the furniture, Trees Atlanta, Home Depot for pitching in as well, and many, many more who made this happen, but both seen and unseen in record time, everybody. And of course, none of this would be possible without the body that I had the opportunity of serving with for 8 years, the Atlanta City Council. Let's give them a round of applause. I see Dozier here, I see Winston here, and so many others. And it's good to see our partners in education, Georgia State University President Dr. Blake. The Atlanta City Council responded with urgency and moral clarity when we called upon them for helping our community. This week alone, we announced donations totaling $7.7 million to assist local supportive services for the city's unsheltered population. $7.7 million. That includes $2.4 million for Partners for Home to help move individuals and families that are living under bridges and highway overpasses into safe, permanent housing, improving public safety for everyone in the process. And they're building quality housing quickly is a key part of our strategy to make homelessness scarce, short, and non-reoccurring in Atlanta. This past August, we worked with the Atlanta City Council to allocate $4 million to Partners for Home to execute the first phase of an innovative rapid housing initiative, the first of its kind in Atlanta. That same month, the city received a donation of these shipping containers from the Georgia Emergency Management Agency, which were previously used as hospital rooms during the height of COVID-19. 184 Forsyth Street emerged as an ideal site due to its adjacency to the Garnett MARTA station that you all know is right there, and proximity to trusted service providers that serve residents experiencing homelessness and related challenges. Prior to October, this was underutilized as surface parking lots for city vehicles. Just a few months later, a staggering turnaround. The Melody is opening its doors and blazing trails as a new model for quick delivery housing on public land. Currently, 22 people have applied and been approved, and some of the applicants are here today, and we expect them to move in on February 1st, and one of them is Miss Wanda Sutton that's right here. And there may be others, and as you know, 32 of these units are ADA compliant. They are eligible ADA, and you guys in a little bit will be able to go and walk through. But we thank you, Wanda, and look forward to being, a partner with you. There are 40 micro units on this site, each with its own bed, bathroom, and kitchenette to allow for privacy and independent living. We wanted to be as thoughtful and as intentional as possible in creating a safe and dignified community where residents could thrive and find pathways out of homelessness. The site is 100% access controlled and has a state-of-the-art camera security system. Moreover, APD Zone 5 officers, I see you, Chief, are working with the operators on site to ensure the safety of the tenants and their neighbors. All residents will have access to supportive services and personal case management, and we also applied trauma-informed design principles and incorporated amenities that could contribute to high quality of life, from a dog park to community spaces to new tree plantings. All of this is designed to make this a welcoming experience. This is a major milestone in our rapid housing initiative and our holistic strategy to create and preserve 20,000 units of affordable housing. And we're just getting started. We've committed to producing 500 units of rapid housing on public land by the end of 2025. To that end, we're working on additional sites throughout the city to build more quick delivery units. Today, I'm announcing that we have identified a new city-owned site adjacent to the city's water reservoir on Northside Drive. We are excited about the potential of replicating the success of this project that we're at here at the Melody on a new site, and will begin engaging local residents, businesses, and community stakeholders in the next few weeks. We are not playing, y'all. We're not slowing down. We keep moving forward. And so, with that, we need your help. We need your help. So, of course, today you're going to do a whole lot of social media telling everybody, look, I'm at the Melody. This is cool. Hey, y'all should do that. Do that. We need to get a hashtag Melody or something like that. But we also need your help to bring housing to the residents of our city that are currently unhoused. I always say, again, that Atlanta is a group project. Nowhere is this more true than when it comes to lifting our unhoused residents out of homelessness. Supportive housing needs supportive neighbors. Supportive housing needs supportive neighbors. These aren't just one-off efforts. We need supportive housing in neighborhoods throughout the city, and I'm counting on each and every Atlanta resident to roll up your sleeves with us. And it is important to remember that we are not adding new residents to your neighborhood. They're actually already there. They're just living in tents. They sometimes are living in cars. They're living in extended stay hotels. They're staying with friends or families, or they're living under underpasses, desperately looking for permanent homes. It is our shared moral imperative to provide these individuals and their families with stable housing and wraparound services that they need to get back on their feet and thrive alongside their neighbors. And so I'm thankful for all of you that have signed up for this group project. Go tell it on the mountain. Go spread it so that others can understand this. And I told Courtney English just a little while ago, I hope I get through my speech without crying. This morning I woke up and I just kept thinking about the Melody. I've been here a few times and I was thinking about what we are embarking upon. And this is hard work, everybody. It's hard work. I see my partners here at Invest Atlanta. I see partners at Atlanta Housing. I see individuals here at all of the spectrum, the nonprofits that are doing the hard work of making sure that we, Hope Atlanta and others that are doing all this work. We are in this together, everybody, and let's continue to really, really dig in, and we will find ourselves on the other side of a challenge that people thought could never be overcome. But we shall overcome together. God bless you all. Thank you. And I will bring up our great council member of this district, Council Member Dozier. Come on up.
Thank you, Mayor Dickens, and ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed guests and fellow citizens of Atlanta. Today marks a monumental moment for our city's history as we gather to celebrate the grand opening of the Melody, a beacon of hope and transformation for the homeless and unsheltered community. As a city council member proudly representing this part of Atlanta, it is an honor to stand before you on this auspicious occasion. For me, this moment is deeply personal. Growing up, I experienced firsthand the harsh realities of homelessness. One of my mother's proudest moments was buying a house for our family in DeKalb County off of Farrington Road. And that's where I called home from elementary school all the way through graduation from college. A decade and a half spent within those walls, graduations, prom, sleepovers, birthdays, Christmases, taekwondo practices. But then came the financial hardships and the missed mortgage payments. So you can imagine the anguish of coming home from work on a hot summer day to county marshals in full force at your front door and your belongings out on the street. It was a time filled with uncertainty, fear, and instability, and I enlisted in the Army to get away from it all. The Army was my financial salvation, and there are thousands of more Atlanta families who've had to make tough choices to themselves and their families to get away from it all as well. Literally life or death financial decisions to survive, and not all were successful. So I just want to say thank you, Mayor Dickens, my mayor, and your team, Josh and Shatiqua, Catherine and Darion, for giving me an opportunity to pay it forward and to stand before you all as the city council member and play a role in uplifting others who are experiencing possibly the hardest moments of their lives. Just being here, I'm reminded of the power of resilience and the potential that lies within each and every one of us. But our work does not end here. The Melody is just the beginning, a stepping stone towards more inclusive and compassionate Atlanta. As we cut the ribbon today, let us recommit ourselves to the journey ahead, a journey marked by empathy, collaboration, and an unwavering determination to create a city where every individual has a place to call home. Thank you. And I'll be followed by my friend, my great friend, Courtney English.
That was a powerful testimony, brother. Y'all look good. I said, y'all look good, Atlanta. Y'all look fantastic. Atlanta is, for me, has always been a story about truth and hope. There are some harsh truths in this city. We've got too many folks living on our streets. We've got too many folks who have more month than they have money. We've got too many folks who lack access to jobs that pay living wages. But as always, Atlanta has always met that harsh truth with fierce, unyielding hope. And so when the mayor put out the call, put out the mandate and said, hey, look, we have to do something and to house our brothers and sisters, our neighbors immediately, Atlanta responded. There's not a single department in this city that did not have a hand in this project. There's not a single person from partnerships, nonprofit organizations, folks on my team. If you're on my team, raise your hand, please. Let everybody see you. Shatika Ellison is here. Who else? I see Josh over there. I see Colin in the back. I see Wesley in the back. Who am I missing? Yeah, I want folks to see the people who work diligently and hard, who came up with this incredible idea because they met this moment. Josh, did I miss anybody? Yeah. Megan's over here. Who else we got? Oh, what's up, man? Raise your hand. Never. I was gonna say Councilman Shook. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that to her. But we met this moment with the fierce urgency of now. They say that Atlanta is a story or a city too busy to hate. But that moniker isn't freely given. It's not just handed down to each successive generation. That moniker must be earned. It must be earned every single day by the generations that have followed those folks who laid that mandate down. And today is a story about living up to that moniker. When we ask ourselves, or when our forefathers ask ourselves, what did you do to make the city of Atlanta a city too busy to hate? Let our collective answer continue to be that we responded with urgency. When our forefathers ask, what did you do to make the city of Atlanta a city too busy to hate? Let our collective answer continue to be that we met the moment with urgency. When our forefathers asked, what did you do to make Atlanta a city too busy to hate? Let our collective answer continue to be that we responded with compassion, and most of all, that we responded with love, and that our love looked like something. Because this is what love looks like. Today is a day where we meet harsh truth with fierce hope and unyielding love. Today is an Atlanta story. Today is a day to remember that there is nothing wrong with this city that can't be solved by what's right with this city. I love y'all. Let's keep pushing.
Did I have to go after Courtney? Oh my goodness. Thank you for that. Thank you all so much for being here. This is incredibly exciting, which is truly, truly an understatement, to say the least. And I really feel at a loss of words right now. This project is exciting for many reasons. Not just because it's innovative, which it is. We used refurbished shipping containers on publicly owned land. And if I had $1 for every time somebody has come up to me and said, why aren't we doing housing on all the land that the city owns? And now we are doing just that. And as the mayor described, we're getting ready to do it again. And it's not innovative or exciting not just because it was speedy. We stood up this housing within 4 months, which is absolutely unheard of in traditional multifamily construction development. And not just because it was cost effective, coming in at just under $125,000 per unit. And not just because it was necessary. Because we know, and the research and data is abundantly clear, that permanent housing with services is the solution to ending homelessness unequivocally. But this place is especially exciting and special because of who it commemorates. We didn't just pick the name, the Melody, out of a hat. But the name came to us through a tragic event, unfortunately. And I came to know Melody Bloodworth about 2 years ago. I don't know exactly how her case had come to my attention, but I had come to learn of the significant complexity that was Melody's life. And that is not unlike many individuals who are unhoused in our community. She had significant trauma that went back to her childhood. She struggled with mental health and addictive disease. And as a result of those challenges, also had some complex medical challenges. Many of us in the downtown area had come to know Melody well, whether it was the myriad of social services, from behavioral health to pre-arrest diversion, or law enforcement, or the downtown ambassador force that had come to know her, or even some journalists who had learned of her story and written of her and her life. Many of us saw her every day, laying on the concrete right outside of Walgreens downtown. And from that point on, there were several occasions where we implored all of the proverbial systems to do more. We implored our own housing system to help, but because of her complexities, none of these agencies could really figure this case out. We couldn't find the right housing solution for Melody. Ultimately, we were able to get Melody into hospital services and from there connected to a housing placement, but it was up in Gwinnett County. It was outside of the city of Atlanta and from downtown Atlanta and too far from the resources in the community that she had come to develop in the downtown area. She wound up leaving there and soon after passed away on the street just a few blocks south of where we are today and a couple days shy of her 40th birthday. It is tragic, but it is true, and we grieve her loss. Melody is not the only person in our system that we have struggled to help. And yet it is her story and others that drives us and compels us to move with urgency, to create a rehousing system that can exit people, all people, regardless of their complexity, out of homelessness as quickly as possible into the right housing solution for them in a neighborhood that they can call home. We created and designed this place for with people like Melody in mind. Right in the heart of downtown Atlanta that's accessible to public transit, with 32 of the 40 units that are accessible for people with accessibility issues. There will be 4 staff dedicated for supportive services on site, 2 of whom have advanced clinical licensure, and 2 of whom are certified peer specialists who know what it's like to walk in the shoes of somebody who's been homeless. I'm truly grateful to the city partners that have been working so closely with us to make this happen. The mayor's senior advisor, Josh Humphreys, and his team, including Shatikwa Ellison, have been pivotal in moving this work forward. You have moved every bureaucratic mountain to make this possible, and that is what true public-private partnership looks like and is required of a successful rehousing system. I just want to give a quick shout out to some of our other partners, Invest Atlanta, GEMA, who actually donated some of these containers and had the initial vision to do something different with them. Darion Dunn, who has been running this marathon, sprinting this marathon since before the ink was even dry on his contract. Our board chairs for both Partners for Home and the Governing Council, Mark Pollack and Megan Shannon-Volkovic, who has been committing financial resources and their insight and input and expertise to make this project possible. Our client advisory board, we have some members here who have people with lived experience who have been providing input and feedback to this work. My team at Partners for Home, and then I also want to thank our new service provider, Hope Atlanta, and our property management team, TI Asset Management, who is going to be doing the hard work, who raised their hand to say, yes, we will. And when we didn't have many people who applied to actually do this work. So shout out to Angie Santee and the team at Hope Atlanta, Julio and Elizabeth. We look forward to continued work with you on this project. And last but not least, I'm grateful to this mayor who has made it abundantly clear, not only his commitment to affordable housing, which is the solution to homelessness, but you've spoken in no uncertain terms that homelessness is your priority and that you are putting resources and people power to back that up. We cannot be more grateful to have this kind of decisive and committed leadership. So thank you, Mayor Dickens, for all you are doing to prioritize moving our fellow unhoused neighbors into housing. So with that, I would like to, we have been honored with some members of Melody's family to join us today. I'd like to invite her two sisters, Aisha and Chantisika, to come up and receive this plaque that we will be posting on the wall of the community building. And I will just read it. It says, Melody Bloodworth, a resilient Atlantan who faced life's challenges with humor and openness. Melody left a lasting impact on healthcare, social service, and housing providers in Atlanta. Her life highlights the gaps in our systems, inspiring communities like the Melody to address these challenges quickly and creatively. May her legacy remind us to strive for diverse solutions that provide a home and belonging to those facing similar difficulties.
I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with my family. Words can't express our gratitude for this honor. Thank you for caring enough for Melody to give her this token of remembrance. Melody will forever live in our hearts. This is such a wonderful thing you have all done for the community. Thank you for allowing us to stand up here today on Melody's behalf. We are forever grateful. May you rest in heaven, Melody. We love you.
Hi, y'all. Once again, we are honored that y'all are here, and we thank y'all for what y'all done for not just addressing homelessness in Atlanta, but also we want to be aware of mental health illness is very serious. You know, some people don't take it serious, but it's very serious. So just embrace it, and if you have loved ones that suffer from that, pray for them, you know, and be there for them all you can. Thank you. I would like to say something about Melody, that those that didn't know her, that she was a wonderful person. And upon learning about her death, it just ate me up, and I'm still grieving over her. And even though it's about almost 2 years since she's been gone, but it's hard to move forward. I don't think I ever let her go. Also, she was like, if you was to meet her character, that she was just some character. She was funny. And when she used to tell a lot of stories, like that movie that came out with the Chucky doll, like the way she described the story, like she could have been an actor herself. She just was a wonderful person. She was real sweet. She was humble, calm, not aggressive. And that's what I love her. She was older than me, so it's her. It's the older sister right there, then me, then her, then Emmanuel. So that's how it goes in life. We thank y'all once again. And y'all excuse me for this. This is emotional, but this is amazing that y'all done this. I'm honored. I am. Thank you. God bless y'all.
All right, I'll welcome up Dr. Clementex next.
Ooh. Mayor, this morning you said this is hard work. I can agree with you. Many of us enter government work because we love what we do. See, Dawn and Vicki want to thank you standing by our side. And in Atlanta, we are honored to be here. I want to thank Courtney, Josh, did an amazing job. They came to us with this crazy idea. Courtney said, it's going to happen. We're like, yes, sir, it's going to happen. And then Josh came around, and we are more than thrilled. We've helped to support over 1,500 affordable housing units just last year, but we've never done anything like this, and it is an honor to sit here. Last year, the Center for Children and Families reported that the national median cost savings from permanent supportive housing is employed at almost $18,000. So not only is it the right thing to do, it's the social thing that we need to do, but it's cost effective if we look at all the tools that we can use to try to really end homelessness. Mayor, all I can say is thank you for your leadership. Thank you for an amazing team that you have around you that continue to inspire us to think out of the box. I know we say that, but it's projects like this that are moving the needle. There are only a handful of these throughout the nation, And I'm proud to say that we are only one of about 3 other cities that are doing amazing work, and no one's doing it at our speed and permanent supportive housing. So thank you for that honor. We will continue to partner with the city.
Good morning, everyone. I was not expecting to cry today. That was not on the run of show, but let's see if we can get through this. Good morning, Mayor Dickens, distinguished guests, and everyone gathered here today. Welcome to the Melody, a milestone in our city's journey towards ending homelessness. My name is Darion Dunn, the managing partner of Atlantica Properties. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you this day on this momentous occasion. The story of Melody is not just about building structures. It's about constructing dreams and rebuilding lives. As recently as last September, the vision of this 40-unit multifamily community was a mere blueprint in our minds. Today, thanks to the unwavering commitment of Mayor Dickens and all of those involved, that dream has been realized and is a testament to the unlimited potential of human compassion and collective will. This is the fastest, fully permanent multifamily project in the city's history. The Melody is a clear demonstration of what can be achieved when the barriers around housing production are dismantled and when the stigmas around homelessness are challenged. It's a community that sings of inclusion, stability, and opportunity. I want to offer a special thanks to Beck, whose design and construction team breathed life into our vision. The Beck team's dedication to this project extended far beyond what normal expectations require. The architecture and construction professionals work 7 days a week and declined to take vacation during the holidays to get this project done in record time. And as we revel in the success of this project, our eyes are already set on the horizon, ready to bring the next rapid housing idea to life. Thank you all for being here today, for sharing in this celebration, and for your continued support. Welcome to the Melody, where every door opens to a brighter, more inclusive future for the city of Atlanta. Thank you.
Everybody crying. Y'all brought me up, man. Oh, man. Reverend, am I supposed to do the benediction? What am I supposed to do right now? So again, we're going to cut a ribbon, but I do want Courtney's team to come on up here, and Lisa Benjamin. Come on up, all of Courtney's team, right before we cut the ribbon and it gets all scattered. I want Courtney and Josh and Shatiqua, and come on, hurry up, Will and Matt, if you're around, all y'all. Come on up here, Lisa, and the DCOOs, y'all should come up too. Actually, in a little while, it's going to be the whole City Hall, but. You know, we got our chief financial officer here. We have our city attorney here. We have our chief procurement officer here. We have our Department of Transportation commissioner here, and a bunch of others. We have 311 executive director here. We have Gateway here with Raphael Hollowell, which is our place where we definitely have as a clearinghouse. We have our chief equity officer here, Candace Stancy. We have our fire chief here, police chief here, corrections chief here. Constituent Services Chief Commissioner here, our Department of Parks and Recreation Commissioner here. I could bring a whole team of folks up because this is truly a group project, y'all. This is where everybody had to chip in. If you're going to break through bureaucracy, and it's not that we're a government unlike any other, it's a lot of checks and balances. But the folks that you see up here and probably a few others that couldn't come up here because I didn't call their name yet. But if you think you're supposed to be up here because you did something, come on up. You're gonna want to be in this photo when review time comes. If you did something and I didn't know it, just come on up and be, I was there. I did something. We're gonna be talking about the melody a long time. Get your pay raise or whatever's gonna come with being a part of the melody. But I wanted you to see this team of diverse, committed, Megan and others that are all really, we said, let's do something. And in government, when you say let's do something, sometimes people go and they create they work out a team. Then they go get a study. And then they got to study if they're going to have another team. And then they got a team. And they do a white paper. And then it goes to academia. And then they go figure out if you're doing a good job. By then, the problem that you talked about is now triple. And so for us, we said rapid housing, rapidly. No matter what, we're going to get this done quickly. 4 months and we're done. We're standing here because these folks got one phone call from me, which was basically like, get her done. And then he started doing what he does best, which was he probably gave about 20 of these speeches to them in the office. Y'all heard him. Courtney gave that speech. He probably gives it every morning. And then Josh and then the whole team pulled it together. So I just wanted y'all to know that, A, we work as a team. It's a group project, and it's a lot of people here. B, we're going to be calling around to do this again. I mean, this ain't the last one. This is 40. We have an issue. We need to get to 500. So that means, 10, 12, 15 times more. We got to do this. Get that. Let that sink in. That we're going to need to do this again. So when these people call you, answer the call because they got a good idea. And they may come with some, they don't always work in the same stream of flow that you work in because they are disruptors to be able to make significant things happen. And so, but this brother right here, now you come up now, Darion. Darion is a businessman. Make no doubt about it. This brother's a businessman. He is a developer. He is a for-profit developer. And he came out, not for-profit, right? Yeah, that's right. Don't let me tell no lies up here. He's a for-profit developer that said that this is where his heart lies. And when you hear Beck was here 7 days a week working through the holidays, he was here 7 days a week working through the holidays because this is a significant task to get done. There are people who have traveled here from near and far to see us. People have flown in and said, hey, we got to see what Atlanta's doing. So I want you to take note of this team, take note of these individuals, and in your city, in your town, find you a Darion that says, I want to help out. Because we get emails all the time. I want to help, and people just want you to magically tell them how to help. And we'd be like, okay. But then what he said was, I can help do this. And then we said, let's do this. And so I just want to take a moment while you're taking photos, take a photo of a team that cares considerably about head work, but heart work, right? And so thank you all for your labor of love that you put into this. And now we got to go do it again because I don't accept congratulations without what else is next. So today we high five. Tomorrow we'll put those same hands back to work. All right. God bless y'all, everybody. Let's go.
All right, so you just heard remarks from Mayor Andre Dickens, other city leaders and community members that have been all a part of this project and making today happen. And as you can see, everyone's now migrating for that ribbon cutting, which will officially unveil the Melody Village. If you jumped in on the stream maybe halfway through, this is a transitional housing village aimed at offering temporary secure shelter to Atlanta's unhoused population. The Melody Village will offer housing to up to 40 tenants. Our camera's moving a little as we're trying to get you over to the ribbon cutting, but this is a temporary secure shelter. It will offer a bed, a bathroom, a kitchenette, but also connect Atlanta's unhoused individuals to accessing more affordable housing. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit as we move towards the ribbon cutting and get you a live look at that official unveiling. Just to clarify, and the mayor spoke on this, these units will not be moved into today. this is just the ribbon cutting. The city did say that those 40 tenants, up to 40 tenants, will be able to move in towards the end of the month. The Melody being just the first step for Mayor Dickens and his administration in what he hopes will be more rapid transitional housing units, up to 20,000 by the end of 2030. So a lot more of this hopefully you'll hear from as this project continues for Mayor Dickens, for city leaders. But right now, let's take you out to the official ribbon cutting for the Melody Village.
I'm gonna get that low angle.
Okay, right.
I'm trying to get his tell him don't leave, man. Because he'll be me about, yeah. Hey, Mr. Dozier.
Step over to the side.
Interview you after this.
Can we
Thank
get a
you.
shot? I need the speech again. I didn't record it.
They got it on TV.
Do you need them to take a step back and then? Okay. All right, everyone.
Camera set. All right. We're going to take a photo. We're going to pose. Do not cut, okay? All right. Look right here in this direction. And 3.
Don't cut.
Yep. Don't cut. 3, 2, 1. All right. Everyone got their shot? Yeah. All right. Let's count 3. We're going to cut. All right?
All right, Tom.
1, 2, 3.
Melody, everybody. Melody.
All right, and there you have it, the Melody Village officially unveiled, open with tenants. It's expected to move in towards the end of this month. This is, again, a rapid transitional housing unit, say that 5 times fast, that will offer temporary secure shelter to Atlanta's unhoused. And again, this village will also offer an opportunity for caseworkers and specialists to connect with these individuals to get them on a path forward towards affordable permanent housing. So just one step in Mayor Dickens' initiative to address Atlanta's housing crisis at a time when a lot of people are feeling the impacts economically and financially. I want to echo one of our YouTube comments. If you're watching us on YouTube Live, Angela Conley saying, "We are all just one disaster away from being homeless." And those words were spoken here at today's news conference. A lot of opportunity and potential here for an initiative like this. The mayor said that this was something that was near and dear to his own heart, a $5 million project now officially unveiled. The ribbon cutting just happened moments ago. So we're going to continue to keep you updated on our website, atlantanewsfirst.com. I want to take you out to this article where you can read more about the Melody and follow along as we take you through what will come out of this and the 40 tenants that will call this home. For now, we want to take you out to a local news live. If you're watching us on Atlanta News First, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Atlanta News First News at noon is coming up next.